And they say that a hero can save us. I'm not gonna stand here and wait. I hold on to the wings of the eagles, watch as we all fly away. And they're watching us, they're watching us, they're watching us as we all fly away. Whoa.
Oh, what's going on, YouTubers? For ladies and gentlemen, it's the Natural Scream Thriller, and welcome everyone to Impact Wrestling Victory Road 2021 preview. That's gonna be on Impact Plus. The one of the bumps on the road till we get to Bound for Glory. Just like the other one, that's gonna be a bump on the road, which pertains to the Knockouts pay-per-view as well. Pertains to that's gonna be hosted by Gail Kim, but it's not about Knockouts Knockdown 2021. This one's gonna be about Victory Road 2021. So as far as that, that'll be for another video. Pertains to Gail Kim presenting, producing the Knockouts pay-per-view of Knockouts Knockdown 2021. Victory Road 2021. Let's get to what's going to happen here. Pertains to this whole thing that's going to be taking place in Nashville, Tennessee, in the Skyway Studio. So if you already see my review of Impact Wrestling's Go Home Show edition that I did, that was a couple hours ago, and this is a new one. I don't know if I already set this up. Pertains to either before or maybe during the show of Impact Victory Road on Impact Plus, but either way, this won't take long either way, folks. So let's get right into it. So I'm gonna start from the bottom all the way to the top. Now, when I talked about the whole thing with Petey Williams, TJP, and Steve Maclin, where I said it was gonna be like pertains to TJP and Petey Williams gonna go up against Steve Maclin 2-on-1. And like I said myself, unless Steve Maclin could find a partner of his own, maybe a partner could come in to help him out to beat up TJP and Petey Williams alongside with him. And and I thought that was gonna be something like that, but maybe it will still happen. But in the meantime, it's not a 2-on-1 match here. And also, I mentioned on the show too, when I did the review hours ago, that it might be a 3-way match. And sure enough, I was right. Except I didn't think it was going to be on the show here. I thought it was going to be on. He's building up for Bound for Glory. So it ends up being built up on for Victory Road instead. Even though it was very much to be built there, other than the whole thing with TJP having his issues with Steve Maclin about what he did to him on weeks ago on before the Impact, and then and obviously you already know the history with Petey Williams and Steve Maclin. But pertains to pertains to Petey Williams and TJP, where they want to stay out of each other's business, stay out of their lanes in a way, which they TJP kind of not did what he did, because if you seen last week, he got involved of TJP himself got involved in the match of Petey Williams versus Steve Maclin, where Steve Maclin got the win because of distraction, where it pertains to the Congo lines and everything. But that's basically what it was. So this is what we get here: TJP, Petey Williams, and Steve Maclin in a 3-way match. As far as what he's gonna win here, you can give this win to Steve Maclin, and I will have him beat. I'll have him beat Petey Williams here, and maybe you could lead to a program again with. This not on TV instead of on Impact Plus. I mean, maybe it was on Impact Plus, where it tends to before the Impact. But I digress. But yeah, maybe do something on TV this time with TJP and Steve Maclin instead of wasting it on before the Impact. But I digress. But yeah, Steve Maclin's for the win on Pete Williams, and then maybe again do something with Steve Maclin and TJP. Leading up to the match for them down the line on a regular Impact Wrestling show, until you do something significant for them for Bound for Glory. So next match, you got something that was built on the show, which I didn't care to watch on that segment when I did this the review hours ago. Taylor Wilde is going to be coming by Jordan Grace and Richard Ellering going up against Tino Dashwood, who's going to be coming by Caleb and Madison Rain. And don't care for the match. To me, I think this match is going to be garbage. To be honest with you, I'm just going to call that as it is. I think it's going to be garbage. I think it's going to be a waste of time. I think it's going to suck. And on top of that, I think it's going to be one of the weakest matches to ever have on the show. Which, maybe is why they did it. Maybe that should be a buffer match, whatever, for until we get to the main event, which we'll get to that later. But my expectation to this match is lower than going 6 feet under. That's how low I'll go for that of seeing this match. As far as for wins, you could give it to Taylor Wilde, you could give it to Tina Dashwood. At the end of the day, it doesn't really matter at the end of the day because I don't care. Moving on to Matt Cardona versus Ray Raju is going to be coming by Shira. No disqualification match. Now there's nothing about Chelsea Green being there. I think Chelsea Green is going to be there, but she's going to be the hot mess. Looking crazy and everything after what happened what Raju did to her. In the match on the half 1 week a week ago, I should say. I was going to say weeks ago, but no. Wait, was it weeks ago? Yeah, actually it was weeks ago. 2 weeks ago, I should say. But I digress. But yeah, I think that's what's going to happen. At the end of the day, I think Matt Cardona's going to get the win here. Matt Cardona will get the win, and then he can move on to something better. What could that be? That could be better. I don't know. We have to wait and see. But they got to do something insignificant for him on leading for Battle of Glory. So. The Good for Nothing brothers of, the Big LG, Doc Gallows, and the Machine Fuck, Carl Anderson, versus Rich Swann and Willie Mack for the Impact World Tag Team Championships, which the Good for Nothing brothers are the tag team champions. As much as I don't want the Good for Nothing brothers to win here, I think they're going to retain here, and Rich Swann and Willie Mack are not going to win the belts here, even though they should, but they're not going to win. Instead, I think it's going to lead to the Good for Nothing brothers going to Bound for Glory to be tag team champions, leading to Bound for Glory, and then it's going to lead to Sami Callihan and Eddie Edwards being a tag team, moving forward, and then they're going to be ones to be the ones to dethrone the Good for Nothing brothers to become tag team champions for Impact Wrestling. That's how I see it, and that's how I predict that's going to happen. So there you go. Then we get to Decay of Rosemary and Havoc going up against Savannah Evans and Tasha Steelz with the Impact Knockout Tag Team titles that was stolen by Evans and Steelz. Currently, that the titles is currently held by Havoc and Rosemary, but based on what happened last week, with the belts being stolen from them, doesn't look like it is from the point of view of the casual viewers. But I expect this match to be good. Now, do I think Decay is going to lose here after the win of the tag belts? I don't know. It's tough. They have been playing hot potatoes with the tag belts or the knockout tag titles. So it won't surprise me. I mean, as long as it's going to lead to a match again at Battle for Glory, where it's going to be a rematch again. Yeah, I would go for Decay for the win here. Finn Juice of David Finlay Jr. and Juice Robinson going up against Bullet Club's Chris Bay and Hikuleo. In the match, I think it's going to be great. I think it's going to be a great match. Am I expecting to be a show stealer? No. But I'm expecting this match to be great. Especially who's in it. And Hikuleo, he has improved. He has improved a lot. And can't wait to see him wrestle for the first time in Impact Wrestling. So as far as I think he's going to win here, I think Finju's going to win here, but that's just a safe pick. But we'll go with Finju's for the win here. Even though I want Chris Bay and Hikuleo to win, but I'm gonna go with my safe pick here, Finju's for the win. Eddie Edwards and Sami Callihan, the Unholy Alliance, I should say. A tag team moving forward, since they got nothing else to do for them. Despite you should have Sami Callihan become world champion again after that failed world champion in Tessa Blanchard in the days of TNA in 2016, and that was a great moment for Eddie Edwards too, by the way, where he was just plain old wrestler, Wolf Nation and Eddie Edwards. And then with him being the Impact World Champion last year, with his this gimmick that he's doing right now, you know, and now here he is, you know, in the position where he could be teaming with Sami Callihan, the same Sami Callihan who have him. Yes, I'm not a fan of Eddie Edwards being this character, to look at this character, but if it's gonna make sense, he's got to team up with Sami Callihan and you know, and continue you know, this whole thing of his braided hair, mohawk, whatever it is, his beard, his outfit that he's wearing, you know. Yeah, so there you go. But yeah, but I'm going for them for the win there, and yeah, that's what I'm gonna say from there. Then we get to the X Division Championship. Josh Alexander defends the title against Chris Sabin. Chris Sabin is looking to become a 9-time champion, which I don't want to see. I mean, I expect this match to be good though, and I'm also expecting this match to be a show stealer too. If anything, you know, especially it's the X Division, so I think this match will be a show stealer for sure. Until we get to the main event. But as far as who I think should win, obviously Josh Alexander should win, and then after Josh Alexander wins, Josh Alexander, he needs to use option C against Christian Cage at Bound for Glory to get a shot of the Impact World title. And then Christian Cage could put him over at Bound for Glory. And Christian Cage could continue on moving forward, you know, doing, you know, going back to what he does, you know, in Impact, you know, in AEW, because he is from AEW. And yeah, there you go. And obviously, when it comes to the Impact World title match, you know, you already know that I want Christian Cage to retain here. You know, because I think he can have a great match with Josh Alexander at Bound for Glory. But yeah, but it's Christian Cage defending the Impact World title against Ace Austin with Madman Fulton at ringside. Ace Austin has not been looking at all. Not his fault. You know, just management not doing anything good for him. You know, especially with pairing him up with Madman Fulton. That was also something that didn't work out as well. They're not even they couldn't become tag team champions because they barely won in tag team matches. So Ace also got a poor performance here with Christian Cage, but he's not going to win the belt. Christian Cage is going to retain, even with the help of Madman Fulton outside there. And I don't think that's still going to be enough, because Christian Cage is going to overcome it, and then so be it. Maybe not on that night, but maybe on other nights he probably will do that. But we'll see. Because again, the option C 2012, because 2012 was probably that year that he won the world title. I could be wrong, but I digress. Got a knot in my hair, that's why. Appreciative and love one another. God bless one another. Live in peace and harmony for us all. For I am out of here. Ta-ta for now. Please like and subscribe. Take care.